Hey guys, welcome back. Modi 101 here, and I got a slightly different video for you guys today than I normally do. Today I want to take some time and actually look at the new Lego City sets that are coming out this summer of 2023. Some pretty cool stuff in there. I'm going to kind of review what's, has stuff that's reviewable, show you some things I'm excited about, and maybe you'll see something you're excited about. But before we get started, I need to give some shout outs before we go, one in particular. So we got ourselves a little bit of a gift in our P.O. box, and this is from, and I'm going to mess up your name, Satoshi, who is actually one of my newest Patreons. So Satoshi sent us a couple of things, and basically what happens, every time someone sends me something, you're making work for me, and I'm okay with that. I'm all right for that. So the first thing they sent is they sent a set of tracks. Now, I do have a Lego City train. It's a cargo train, probably from 2012, something. I'll have to look it up. But to be honest with you, the way that my city's set up, I don't really have the space for the track to kind of turn around, and I would have to basically lose a lot of buildings and whatnot, so I wasn't sure. But after getting this, Heather helped me out, and I came up with an idea of something we might be going to add soon. That's all I'm going to tell you. A little hint. I'm going to be changing my road plate soon, so maybe that'll give you a little thing. But that wasn't the only thing in the box. They also sent this guy. Check that out. Let's back that up a little bit so you guys can see. That is the Lego 3-in-1 Creator Set. This is the beach camper van. We'll kind of show you the back. It is a 3-in-1. But definitely, this is what we're going to build. So this is going to have basically like a van life kind of van RV for the beach, plus a couple of other beach-related stuff. So these gifts have made me have to kind of work on my a train system and finish my beach. So thank you so much. Those are greatly appreciated. And the last thing I need to show you guys is actually something I picked up, but I got it from all of the awesome pledges from the Patreons. So Heather and I had actually gone up to Phoenix for Mother's Day, and we had stopped by the Lego store because now I got her addicted to it, so it makes my life way easier. I'm convincing her to go check things out. But I got myself, from the Lego store, a Lego store. So pretty cool little build. You guys are going to see that very, very soon. And of course, we are going to build it. We're going to review it. And then we're going to completely change it. And we're going to add it to our city. So a lot of really cool stuff coming up. I've got another non-Lego City or non-Lego set to kind of put in. Like the beach is going to have some work. We got some more shopping centers. A lot of really, really cool stuff coming up. So make sure you stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't. Excuse me. So let's get into checking out some of the Lego City sets coming out this summer. So let's just shrink me, and we're going to go ahead and pop into the first one. So this is the first one. This is the Construction Trucks and Wrecking Ball Crane. Now this is a 4+ set. I realize now you guys can't see my cursor. So for any of you guys that might not know, Lego had a line of sets called Juniors for a long time, which were pretty much made for younger kids. Still Legos. They're kind of after Duplo, but before kind of normal Lego sets. So they are easier builds. They use a lot more pre-molded parts. And to me, even though they're cool, they would kind of look weird in a normal Lego city. But as you can see, this comes with all of this stuff here. So we got ourselves a dump truck. We've got ourselves a backhoe, I guess that would be. That can actually go up on this truck to be delivered. And it does come with some city minifigs, which are cool, and a couple other smaller builds, including a building that you can knock down. So this one, like I said, isn't too bad. I don't know how well it would fit in the city because, like I said, with a lot of the pre-molded stuff and the more simplistic designs, I think they might kind of stand out, but still a pretty cool set. So getting into more of the normal sets, let's go ahead and look at this one. This is the car wash. Most of these are coming out August 1st. I actually have a car wash. We'll get to that eventually. Adding it to our city, it came in a bigger set from a handful of years ago. But this one's actually pretty cool. So you can see it comes with a couple of minifigures, one customer and like an employee. You got a small car build here. It's got brushes for the sides and whatnot. It's a little bit shallow, but I mean, there's even cool builds with the fans here. Once again, you guys can't see my cursor. And things along those lines. And it looks like this is an EV car. We got some play features here of dropping the bubbles, using those ice cream cone pieces as bubbles. You can see the two minifigs here, pretty cool. So nice little build, not horrible, coming in at right now $33, but not horrible. Next one up is an ice cream shop, and I'm telling you, Lego is just trying to give all these little minifigures diabetes. There are coffee shops and candy shops and ice cream shops and ice cream trucks and everything. So this is another one to add to that. Once again, it's going to be that dollhouse style. Pretty cool brick built ice cream cone here at the top. You can see it looks like we have 3 minifigures, including a polar bear minifigure that I think is kind of the mascot for this. We can kind of see the back here. So once again, it's going to be that dollhouse style. So, you know, if I got something like this, I would have to close that off, which wouldn't really be all that bad. It is modular, as you guys can see right here. Oh, you can't see my cursor. Oh, never mind. There we go. You can't see my cursor. So as you can see, it is still set up modular. So even if we bricked in these back walls, we can still be able to get access. Comes with a little cart. Comes with some pretty cool printed pieces. Children not included. So yeah, that one's pretty interesting. I like that one. I could see us definitely adding that in to our diabetic town. That one is coming in at $39.99 starting August 1st. Next up, now, for you guys who don't know, I spent 10 years of my youth skateboarding from age 11 to about age 21, and it's why anytime I go up and down stairs, it sounds like fireworks going off because my knee's popping. So this one I'm very interested in. This is the Street Skate Park. Pretty interesting build. I don't know how I feel about this ramp up here, but I kind of feel that this is like modularized, so you can probably take it down. You've got some roller skating, you've got some scooters, obviously skateboards, mountain bikes, and like I said, a lot of cool ramp pieces. There's some pretty cool, the minifigures are all pretty neat. Let's see if we can get a good shot here. I guess this would probably be the closest. You can see there's some cool printed pieces with some graffiti on them, which are kind of neat. Could definitely be used in other places. A little clubhouse to hang out in, but we've got rails, we've got ramps, we've got half pipes, we've got all kinds of stuff here. So pretty cool build. I'm seeing some of these Technic things, so I'm getting a feeling that this might all be able to be rearranged, which is actually pretty cool. All right, so we're going to kind of fire through a couple of these. Then we get into this guy here. This is a ski and climbing center. So as you can see, it is a ski slope. It looks like it's got like a little shop down here, little way to get up to the ski slope. I don't know if that's going to be an elevator or whatnot. We can actually kind of look at this. And then you've got a rock climbing wall up here that looks like it's got a play feature where you can actually pull minifigures up. You can see we got a shop here. I guess this might be kind of an elevator going up. There's a cool little owl right there. A little, probably another place. Yeah, like to, get some hot chocolate, some cocoa, if you will. Some pretty cool stuff. You can see here's that play feature to be able to pull the minifigures up. Got a hockey stick. I don't have one of those. That's pretty cool. And you can see it comes with a slew of minifigures. You've got somebody with a tube, a snowboard, a mountain bike, and then of course the person to fix them when they inevitably hurt themselves, skis, ice skates, all kinds of cool stuff there. So you can kind of see that the set can be kind of pulled apart as well, a little bit modular. So that's pretty cool. That one will be coming in at $120. I don't have any sort of snowy type place in my city or planned for my city. So I'm not sure if this is something that would quite fit, but I thought it was kind of a cool thing. Now we get into a whole nother kind of line here. We have all of these Arctic Explorer type ones. And this is the big boy. This is the Arctic Explorer ship. And as we can see, it is a very long ship. It is actually 2 Lego City Boat hulls put together. So this is very long. This molded Orca is actually, that's probably, this piece right here is probably, I think, for me, the coolest piece. I don't know if I'd want to spend $160 to get that, but we got a little helicopter with a landing pad. We've got a crane to pull the boat out, a little undersea area here with some different treasures and whatnot, and it's a pretty big thing. Plus, once again, a whole bunch of the Arctic Explorer minifigures. So, pretty cool set. Not sure. I mean, I guess I could put this in our water, in our new water beach area. I do have a cargo boat I could always put in there. Coming in at $160, probably a little steep outside of my price range for something like that. Then we get into this one. This is the Explorer diving boat, so you can kind of see we're in a little bit of a theme here. Kind of interesting, much smaller. This one is coming in at $40, so with it's only about 182 pieces, which tells me that a lot of parts of this boat are going to be basically larger pre-molded pieces. So this entire blue part of the boat is probably one piece, but it does come with those 2 turtles, and those are pretty cool, and the manta ray. So with a lot of these, I'm more interested in the animals than the builds themselves. But once again, if you're having an underwater scene, that is actually a really cool piece I haven't seen before. That's pretty cool. Once again, children not included. After that, we have the Arctic Explorer Truck and Mobile Lab. Once again, I don't have a snowy place in my town, but you know what? Maybe over time, maybe we could have something along these lines. Pretty cool in that orange that a lot of these sets come in. You can kind of see they're doing experiments. You've got a little lab with a little bed right there. Pretty cool. Once again, 4 minifigures. And then once again, like the other ones, you've got yourself a large polar bear and then 2 baby polar bear cubs, which is actually pretty cool. A lot of these sets are great if you were going to build a zoo in your city to be able to get a lot of these animals, but you know. All right, so the next one, we're kind of sticking with the water theme. We went back to the water theme, and we've got ourselves the Deep Sea Explorer Submarine. So we've had a large boat on top of the water, a small boat on top of the water, and now we've actually delved into the water itself. Pretty cool little underwater build. We've got a little bit of a play feature with some sharks going around and this larger shark popping out. This kind of reminds me of Finding Nemo, the sharks that they run into. We've got basically an underwater diving suit mech kind of thing. A lot of the builds here, a lot of cool pieces I haven't seen before. Once again, I don't have an underwater scene, so, you know, I do like that hair, though. That hair on that minifigure is actually pretty cool, so. And you can kind of see a better look here. We got a brick-built jellyfish, which is neat. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Lots of minifigures. What are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a skeleton, and the sharks that you get as well. So, that one is coming in at $110. So, once again, you know, that price point for what I would use, not really, but if you're into the underwater stuff, really cool thing. All right, so the next few are ones I'm actually pretty excited about. First, we're going to jump into the family house. Now, just so you guys know, I have sets from back in the day that I have all preserved and put into plastic totes and whatnot, have the instructions and everything. I have a couple of residential houses. We'll see if I work them into the city. I may build them and then rebuild them into more city, like downtown kind of buildings. But I did think that this set looked pretty cool. So you got a very modern house. You can see once again dollhouse style. Looks like you have a garage, basically a kitchen. Maybe this is a bathroom back here or something. I don't know. You can't really see. And then it looks like it's just 2 small bedrooms up here. You can see with these hinges that these just open. a small little garden, which is what this front part is here. So like a greenhouse type thing. I guess this is kind of a living room, kitchen, and yeah, I do believe that is a bathroom. You can kind of see with the roof down, this is the little kid's room. That's a cool printed piece. I like that. He's got a game controller and everything like that. And then we have ourselves an electric vehicle, kind of a cool little build. Got ourselves 3-minute figures, comes with an interesting dog piece. And you can see that in the garage there is actually a EV charging station. So that's actually pretty interesting. Coming in at $60, not bad. I just don't know if I'm going to have, as of right now, the room for a residential area. So that's going to be something that we will explore together later on. And let's see. So then we got the apartment building. Now, this one and the next one I'm going to show you. This one is coming in at $95. This one here, this one and the next one kind of have, if you're familiar with how they do a lot of the big Ninjago sets, where it's very different, interesting builds, kind of weirdly stacked on each other. And I kind of dig it. It's got this bike path coming through here. Obviously, you can see not only is it modular, but you can change it up from kind of this, sky bridge type idea to basically a flat one. I wonder if they show that in the instructions or that's something you just figure out. They've got some cool, I don't know if that, I think that's a stickered piece. You can see it's got 6 minifigures, and it's got a rascal. Look at that. This lady's got herself a rascal. I want one of those. Walk-ins for suckers. Oh, so as you can see here, they are showing on the box how you can take all the different modulars apart and then basically make a straight, flat thing. So if you've got not a lot of room for a city, it looks like this is only about 6 to 8 studs wide, not counting this path. That could definitely be put into a smaller city. So coming in at 95, it's 688 pieces. Not a huge fan of that price to the piece count, but once again, not the end of the world. And then lastly, the big one, we saved the big one for the end. We got ourselves the, what is this one called? Downtown, just simply called Downtown. This one is coming in at $200, kids, $200, but it does have slightly over 2,000 pieces, which is actually the biggest Lego City set that has ever been produced. There's never been a Lego City set with that many pieces from my research. And by research, I heard someone else say it. So let me just tell you that. This one is actually pretty cool. This kind of reminds me of the apartment building we looked at. So let's take a little bit of an in-depth look at this. So let's look at this bad boy. Look at that. I will say that I have seen some people get advanced copies of this and build it on YouTube. This is much larger than it appears. So if you look, this is 2 road plates, which means the length from here to back here is 1 base plate, so 32 studs. And then this is 16. This is probably 8. So that puts us up to what, 24? And then here's another 8 plus this. This is looking like it's going to be 30, probably 35 deep or so by maybe 48. That is huge, 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 huge. So as you can see, we got the box art here. We've got a pizza place, a hotel. We got a DJ just rocking out. We got some wind turbines, which is pretty cool. So you can kind of just see that. Oh, that's way more than 8. Look at the length. This is huge, 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 huge. This is probably, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is probably 16. That's 16. That's 16. That puts us at what? 40, 48? So this is like the size of one of those larger base plates. and then it looks like we're going 32 this way, and I don't know if any of this hangs over. So that is super amazing. Let's look inside. So we got ourselves a little noodle stand, which is great, you know, maybe connected to the noodle shop. Looks like we got ourselves a barber place back here with that pole. Some pretty cool looking minifigs. We got ourselves a little smoothie truck, and if I remember correctly, this has that same Fresh logo that the grocery store, the Lego City grocery store, and the Lego the food truck, vegetable food truck have. So that's part of that theme. Couple more minifigures here, pretty neat. We've got a lady up here who apparently is like me and does not enjoy pizza from the look she has on her face. But a little outdoor balcony, some pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever seen this piece here or these. Here's the barbershop we saw. Got some cool headphone pieces. Apparently he did something wrong. I don't know what it is there, but that's a pretty cool little barbershop. We've got ourselves a little pet vet clinic. So that's what I thought that was like a guy in like medical scrubs, which he is, but it's for a vet. So got a cool little dog design here. Here's a lady apparently returning the pizza, saying, "Pizza's gross." That's just me. Cool suitcase. There's the guy working the noodle shop back there. That's a cool head. I like that one. More minifigs. A guy is a dragon. I'm guessing. I don't even know what this shop would be. It looks like maybe like a toy store. That's a pretty cool piece. These are pretty neat. I like those. The cat ears are kind of cool. Up here, apparently she's returned her pizza and she is ready to dance. Oh, that was a DJ that's hair got messed up. But you can see the lights and the speakers and everything along those lines. There's another kind of view of looks like a different setup. So once again, this is kind of modular in the way that you can kind of take these pieces and stack and restack, which would be great. Now, they all are dollhouse style, so we would have to close them in. But look at that. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 minifigs. And he's wearing an old man hat. I love the old man hat. I got plenty of them myself. Looks like we've got 2 kids, a whole bunch of adults, all kinds of really, really cool people. You can kind of see the box art here with a lot of the images that we've seen here, and you can kind of see how they changed how the build is, and I'm kind of digging that. If anybody is familiar, look how big that is. Either that is big or that is a tiny child. Like he is a newborn if that's small, but that's actually really, really awesome. I really kind of dig that. So this is a set that I'm thinking I'm going to be having to save my pennies for. I think it'll be interesting how we integrate it into our city. And yeah, I think they're all really, really, I just think this is an amazing set. Kind of a high price point, but I think for the price, with the amount of pieces you're getting and the amount of minifigures you're getting, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's due. I mean, $200 is a lot of money. I don't care who you are, but I think it's actually pretty cool. So, all right, guys. Well, there we go. So once again, a big shout out to Satoshi for the camper van and the railroad tracks. Let me know what you guys think of the style of video. Is this something that you guys would like to see more? Like I said, I'm really focused on City 3-in-1 and then any of the modular stuff. But this is something you guys like that maybe you can kind of get. If you guys really dig this, I can do other stuff like Ninjago or other reviews and stuff to where we kind of go through and, you know, give our thoughts on stuff. So let me know what you guys think of this video. To be honest with you, this also gives me a little bit of time because I'm a little bit behind on some of my builds because they're taking a little longer than the other ones used to. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that stuff that you guys know how to do. If you guys want to add to the city, like how I got the camper van and stuff like that, check out my Amazon wish list. You can become a Patreon, which helps me get these sets quicker and the bigger ones and all that stuff. And also, if you have any cool little minifigures or any little parts or pieces or things you like that you want to send in, I do have a P.O. box down below. So once again, guys, thank you all so much for hanging out. I hope this video wasn't too long, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!